I Google searched word for word, Kentucky's best trophy largemouth bass lake. The result led me down a path of unexplored territory, unfamiliar terrain, and a fishery that is full of quality largemouth bass. In today's video, we're gonna paddle and pedal through new waters in search of Kentucky Lap Hog Largies, and all in all, have a killer first experience with this trophy fishery. All of that and more on this episode of TackleJox. Good morning, fellow water ninjas, and welcome back to another episode of TackleJox. Today, we are at the beautiful Cedar Creek Lake in Kentucky. This lake is specifically known for trophy largemouth bass, and that's why we're here today. And this is our setting for our launch-in right here. As you can hear, we got some boaters in the distance. We got here a little bit late. We slept through our alarm, but now we're here, and now we're ready to put in. We just have to load our pedal drive right here into our Hoodoo Voyager 100P. We got a bunch of different things we're gonna be trying out today, but the goal is a Lap Hog Largie. So, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead, get into this water while we can still hear the frogs croaking. And get in we did, but it wouldn't be until later in the morning that our first bite would come. I was throwing the MegaBass Dark Sleeper. I thought that this would be a fitting presentation in the setting that has loads of grass and standing timber. I hopped it along the bottom where the channel to the main lake meets a gravel bed, but it wasn't until I began swimming it back to me that we received our first bite of the day. There's bass. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, buddy. Yo, if they're on this bite, it's gonna be a good day. That right there is the first bass of the day, boys. Look at how beautiful that fish is. Whew, that is a healthy fish right there. And feisty. Coming up and eating this while swimming it back. We gotta put this one on the board and see where he is. This one's gonna go 16.5, pretty much on the dot. But look at how healthy that fish is, man. I really thought this was gonna be the first lap hog that we caught out of here. Absolutely gorgeous bass. I appreciate you. The fact that bass ate on a steady retrieve made me wrongly assume that these fish would be eating a chatterbait. I paddled through grassy, shallow waters around this island and standing timber until I had had enough and decided to head to deeper ledges on the main lake side. But this decision came with its own outcomes. After breaking down the paddle and getting the pedal drive in place, I found myself in one of two circumstances: getting my prop stuck in thick grass beds, having to stop every couple of minutes to clean it of enwrapped grass, and getting hung on the hidden trees out of my view. As enraging as this was, there was a beacon of hope, a light at the end of the tunnel, and all we had to do was hear this. Wow, it's a pair of bald eagles chattering with each other. That is awesome. I haven't gotten a bite since this morning. Just hearing that kind of makes up for it. That is one of my favorite bird songs to ever hear. Absolutely love them. America. No, we got off. He just spit the Bitsy Bug. Okay, we just hooked ourselves. He spit the Bitsy Bug with the Nico Crawl. Look at that little tiny guy. But we appreciate it. That has been a grind for that bite, let me tell you. Just for that little guy. 2 bites all day. Well, technically 3, if you include the one that got off in this bluffball back here, but 2 hookups and 2 bass. Okay, well, I can already tell you what we're going to be throwing the rest of the day. We did get that dark sleeper bite at the beginning of the day, but it's heating up, and they seem to be on this jig bite. Oh, look at that. Absolutely choked on that Nico crawl. Okay, that's a healthy bass right there to be a tiny little guy. Appreciate you, buddy. That is crazy. Man, these bass are wired, let me tell you. Bitsy Bug Jig catching another beautiful greenback right there. He did a nice little dance for us.
Eventually, it was back to the shallows and grass beds to try some topwater before reconning a new area of the lake. I initially had a buzzbait tied on, and although it did give us our first bit of topwater action, it proved too difficult to keep the algae and grass from interfering with its action. When I tied on a plopping frog, however, we got an absolute massive blow up. Crazy topwater action for the first day. Here it is in slow motion because it's easy to miss. Absolutely mental. That would be the last bit of action that we got at this location, so we packed up and headed to the upper end.
Oh, that's a good fish. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy, that is exactly what we came for. This bass right here is exactly why we came to this lake. Wow. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Let's get more picture perfect than that, boys. Look at that. Beauty. I'm gonna say this one's right under 5. First lap hog of the day. And an absolutely gorgeous bass. Look at that. Whew. Stud muffin. Let's pop him off. Nico crawl on the Bitsy Bug. Oh, I was wildly off. This fish is just fat. 19 1/4. The things we'll do for lap hog photos. Look at that. That is a beautiful bass. Absolutely gorgeous largemouth. Fatty. Whew, appreciate you, sweetheart. We'll see you later. Oh man, if that bite continues, it's gonna be a good rest of the day. We're up here on the upper end now. We've gotten one bite beforehand, before that fish right there. Oh, actually, I take that back. We got 2 bites. We got one underneath this bridge too, but they were just swiping at it, little tiny guys. This one, didn't even feel it eat. Just saw the line moving. That's exactly what we wanted though. Let's see if we can get some more and hopefully some bigger ones. Oh, it's another bass off the rocks. No way, that's a good one too. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's another one, boys. Let's go. Pretty much off the same rocks right here. Look at that. That one's probably the male to the female couple. I don't know if they're spawning in here. It is the end of April. It's April 30th today, so it's hard to say, but look at that. It's a beautiful taco out of Cedar Creek. That's a good bass. That's a really good bass. Oh, that's a hog. Oh, don't do that. Oh, almost lost her right there. Look at that, boys. That barely ever happens. But he is hooked in the bottom lip. Looky there. Chase bait's flaccid shad right in the side of the mouth. Here, we'll pop it out there a little bit. There you go. Now you can see it a little better. See that flappy tail? Whew. Look at that bass. Beautiful fish. Just for the gram. We got to get a pic for the gram, boys. Oh, Yeah, buddy. There you go, chase bait's flaccid shad and the jackhammer. Drop the phone. Look at that beautiful fish. Absolutely gorgeous. That is another 19.5, but that is a lap hog. That is beautiful. Quick pick of her and then we'll send her back. To be 19.5, I'm gonna say this is a 5-pounder though. It's a fat fish. How's that? First time experience right here. Beautiful largemouth bass. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, we'll see you later, sweetheart. Just drop you in backwards. Down she goes. Wow, let's go, boys. That's exactly what we needed. Throwing the jig, but I switched over to the chatterbait because there was a long line of trees, as you can see right here. Just straight in a line. And one thing I can't stress enough is to run parallel to cover. It doesn't matter if it's a tree, a lay down, a string of trees. If you've got something that's horizontal, you want to run as parallel to it as possible. And that's what we did right there. We just got it up here next to these trees, next to this grass line. Boom, she slammed that. That felt so good. Almost back to back. Oh, this one's not quite as big, but he's a fighter. Look at that. Chase bait's flaccid shad hanging out the side of the mouth. Beautiful little greenback bass. Appreciate you, buddy. Jesus Christ, that scared me. Not even gonna lie, that scared the piss out of me, boys. Man, this dude just splashed me so bad, but that was all worth it. Freaking wired, guys, let me tell you. Look at that bass. And he engulfed this. Got the Bitsy Bug Jig and the Nico crawl. He absolutely hammered that. Just coming over a tree. Look at that, beautiful. And feisty bass. Listen, buddy, we're gonna send you back. Back down he goes. Got him, boys. Look at there. Oh, that is picture perfect right there. Look at that, right in the top of the mouth. Oh, there you go, Bitsy Bug Jig and the Nico crawl. Pulling out a beautiful green largemouth bass. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll see you later, buddy. We're just gonna do a dance. It's awesome. Wow, look at that. I thought this was a bass at first. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, buddy. Look at that, boys. Chase bait's flaccid shad and the jackhammer. Look at that for a crappie. That is a studly crappie. It's gonna be a little over 14 inches, but that's a studly crappie. Look at that. Big, beautiful crappie. That is one of the biggest I've ever landed, and that is a beauty. Whew. Absolutely gorgeous fish too. Look at that. Let's send her back. I appreciate you. That's a good bass. Got him, boys. That was literally first cast. Look at that. Here you go, boys. Chase Bass Flaccid Shad on the back of the jackhammer and a beautiful, healthy largemouth bass. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Wow, what a way to end the day right there. Oh, look at that, boys. That right there is how we're ending the day. And as you can see, it's got the flaccid shad and the jackhammer in the top lip. Oh, comes out almost perfectly. Look at that. Flaccid shad and jackhammer. Look at that. That is our last bass of the day, more than likely. And what a way to put an end cap on this. Oh, man. That is a 20" and a quarter. And before she starts going crazy, let's go ahead and send this beauty back. Look at that. That is an absolutely gorgeous bass. Whew. Talk about a taco to end the day. We appreciate you. See you later, sweetheart. Wow. What a day out here on Cedar Creek Lake. Truly does not get much better than that when it comes to ending the day. Probably gonna try a few more casts for sure. Just going around this bank trying to get back to the car. But I think that's where we're gonna call it quits, guys. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of TackleJox, then be sure to hit the like button below, comment, rate, subscribe, do what you guys do. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
If you guys made it this far, I want to thank you for watching this video. And if you guys enjoyed this video of trying out new territory, then be sure to check out this video right here.
Boys, look at that. Beauty. I'm gonna say this one's right under 5. First lap hog of the day, and an absolutely gorgeous bass.